All right. Welcome back, everyone. This is Aryana Rollins, and you're listening to Mindful Manifesting Podcast. And we have another exciting manifesting breakthrough today. And I'm really excited to introduce you to someone I've known for years. She's a beloved client, and I'm a client of hers. Her name is Korenna Aster. And one of the beautiful things she does, which hopefully she'll talk about later at the end, is she does this pranic breath yoga. Oh my gosh, I'm so addicted. It just energizes me and gets my head bright and clear. But that's not what we're talking about today. Let's get into the breakthrough. So welcome, Korenna. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Well, thank you. Good to be here. Thank you for that introduction.
Yeah. So what I'd like to start with is when you submitted to be on the show, you answered some questions, and I just want to make sure that those are still relevant. And then we're going to dive into the breakthrough. Okay.
Okay.
So we were talking about the area of your life you'd like to improve, and you had marked yes for create more connections, friends, love, and make more money, and clearing resistance to manifesting bigger objectives. That was a yes. Are those still three relevant?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right. So, and you texted me, what to prep for before our breakthrough. And I asked you to pick one area of your life that you have been working on for a while. It's important to you, but you feel there's some stuck energy that you get tripped up. And do you have that in mind?
Yeah, it's my financial goals or just kind of
Okay.
yep. Mhm.
Okay. And let's talk a little bit about it before we do the grounding, and then we're going to walk through the breakthrough. So, how long have you been working on this? There's no blame, no shame. I mean, we all have challenges. So, how long have you been working to up level your financial prosperity?
Oh, well, gosh, I mean, I don't know if I could really put a, date on that. I feel like I've been doing that my whole life, my whole adult life since I've been on the spiritual path or since I started a business. Um, it's kind of a constant, working on up leveling, but yeah. Well, I would say though that, maybe more recently, more focused work has been over um the last 2 years or yeah, I mean, again, I don't know if I could definitely goes back further than that too.
Okay, so you revealed a lot by what you just said because it's like it's been ever since you've been on a spiritual path. So it's been a while. And this is really common kind of for people who are on a spiritual path to have struggle with the material world. And often, and this may not be your case, but I know it was with me and other clients I've worked with, is that there's a resistance to fully incarnating in the body, being present in the body. It's almost like, gosh, life is really challenging here. And I know where I came from. Life's a lot easier. And it's like moving through physical 3D reality to make changes. And sometimes we can have resistance to actually being in body. Not that we want to leave our body, but does it have to be this hard?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You
Hmm.
resonate.
Yep.
All right. Thank you for that. And let's do a grounding. Let's get connected to our heart and let's create a vision that we can get to a 10 in desirability that we can anchor in your body. And let's just ask for some energies to support because you're not the only one going through this. There are a lot of people in a spiritual path who have struggled with being successful in the material world, especially because you're so compassionate, so service driven, and you've got this open heart and really intuitive that you pick up energies when you're working with clients and you're just so in tune to serve. And that needs to be equated with the material compensation, the gratitude, the thank you from the world to equate your gifts. So that's just my little bit I want to add.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Agreed. So
All
perfectly
right.
said.
Okay. Get yourself comfy, feet flat on the floor, spine straight. And take a deep breath in of peace and calming energy. Exhale out the earlier part of your day. And for those of you listening to the podcast, please do not close your eyes if you're driving. Now, imagine you can go to your favorite nature spot. Maybe you're in the mountains surrounded by majestic trees, or you're at the beach or somewhere else. Start to see yourself there, feel yourself there. Now, imagine that you can go there and you start to notice the sounds in the environment, your favorite nature spot, and what you're feeling in your body. What are you seeing? Imagine you could take a deep breath in of that high quality air. Exhale out the earlier part of our conversation and any free floating thoughts. Let it go. Notice your feet flat on the floor. Imagine at the bottom of your feet you have your own unique grounding roots. Imagine you could follow those roots like a tree that nourish, strengthen, and stabilize you. Follow those roots all the way to the center of the earth, and you see a circle of light. Imagine planting your roots in that circle of light, grounding you, centering you, signifying you are there. Allow any tension, any resistance, any againstness, anything blocking the love and the light from entering your cells. Allow it to flow down, 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 out your feet into the soil of the earth below. You might feel a bit of tingling in the bottom of your feet as resistance leaves you. Good. Bring your awareness to your heart and ask to be shown a memory where you felt relaxed, fulfilled, peaceful, satisfied, maybe even loved. And when you start to see, feel, or sense something, just give me a smile or raise your hand so I know that you have an image or a memory popping up. Do you have something, Korenna, or shall I ask it in another way? Okay. Focusing on your heart, let's speak directly to your higher self, your true self. Please show Korenna a memory where you were present, either confirming she was on track or gently nudging her to get back on track.
Yep.
You see
Not
a
sure
moment
I'm
now?
getting, yes, getting an
Beautiful.
image, but it
Focusing
doesn't
on
mean,
that,
I don't
ask
understand
yourself,
what
were
it
you
means. So
present?
that's not really helpful.
Okay, can you describe the image if you like, and I can see? Thank you. Okay, we're going to start
Well,
this with an
yeah,
inner
I mean, I'm
dialogue,
just like,
Korenna.
I'm
And
in the top of my
focusing
house.
on your
So
heart,
I
ask your
live
true
in the
self,
upstairs of a house. So, and I
yes,
work out of it.
what's
And so I can
behind
just see myself
Korenna's
like up
challenges
here, like
or
looking
the
down.
lack of balance in
I don't know what
being
that
able to
means.
be materially successful for spiritual growth as well as intuitive insight? May I share? What's behind
Yes.
it? What are the challenges? What are the messages? This is something that I've been aware of for myself much of my life. That there is a perception that you can either say it out loud, Korenna, or you can write it down. I was looking down on them up because
Mm,
of my spiritual path, and
mm,
that I made choices like no sugar, and if nothing's coming up, I'm going to ask it another way. Life, and that they
okay.
felt
Yeah, if you could ask
judged
again.
because they chose a different path. Focusing on your
Mm,
heart, ask
does
true
that
self,
resonate, Korenna?
true self, what are the lessons that Korenna is
Yeah, I
getting
mean, a
through
little bit.
this
Yeah. I mean,
struggle
well,
with the
that was actually,
financial
I think
prosperity
that did come into my
and
head when I
material
did see that
success?
scene, and but I
What are
was
the
like
lessons?
questioning that because I don't feel like I am above other people. But okay, so that makes sense then. Yeah, that they are just perceiving me that way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
You are not um, demonstrating that to them.
I'm
It's
getting it's
when
about
someone
partly
follows a
about the
spiritual path and that there is a
understanding
resonance
the
of for
constructs of
people
this
that
time,
that's
place,
like,
reality,
oh,
and
that's
that
really healthy. That's,
I don't
I
have
would like to be
to.
doing that. They may not be conscious of it, but a part of them is
just kind of
aligned with
understanding the
it, and there's a
matrix
resonance, a
reality,
deep
I guess,
resonance.
and then
And
seeing
then
how
when they are not living to
as
that,
things are going to be
they
shifting and evolving,
either
like
have
some of
their
that
own
is,
resistance pops up, or they
going to
project
change
and
for a
make
lot of
someone
people.
else
And
potentially wrong for making
me
those choices to
having
get out of that
maybe been on
discomfort,
this path,
that
it's not going to be
contradiction.
as difficult
We're
because I
making
can
it. Okay, so let's what we'll
be
do
more centered
now is
around not
I'd like you to
having the
imagine that
values
family
placed around
member that
things that
sometimes
maybe
maybe gets
we
triggered
have placed value on that aren't
by the
important.
path you're on, and that maybe they feel, gosh,
Seems to be one of the
maybe I
messages that
should
I'm
make
supposed
some
to
of
share
those
with
choices,
people.
but
That
no,
was
I don't
one
want
thing
to do
coming
that.
through.
She's not right, or whatever it is, the thoughts that they're having. So I'd like
Okay,
you to
anything
imagine
else?
in your mind's eye that they're with you right now.
Um, mhm.
And you could even do it in a ball of white light. And then I'm going to ask your true self, is this appropriate and for Korenna's highest and best good
I'm just
to
hearing the
start to
word
soften
embodiment.
the triggers with this
Mhm.
person
Okay,
and the
beautiful.
ancestral patterns that get
All
triggered?
right.
All right, I'm making some notes in a
For
Google
that, yes.
Doc for
Okay,
you so we
beautiful. Good
can
job.
anchor
Okay.
this.
Okay.
I'm going to close
So
my
true
eyes and
self,
guide this.
thank you
Please
so
make this
much
process
that
happen
it
and
does
unfold
resonate
in
that
ways for the highest good
as
of Korenna,
Korenna is on a
myself, and
spiritual
all involved.
path. Thank you.
That as the
So I'd like
material
you
world
to
imagine that person
changes,
is in front
her
of you,
values are
and
not
we're going to
connected to
see them as
the they're
success in the
aging
material world,
backwards, like
and
Benjamin
egoic,
Buttons, and it's a very
driven
rapid
needs.
aging.
So
But they're
for
aging
her, the
backwards. They're getting
adjustment to
younger,
when the
younger,
world
younger.
becomes more
And whatever age they are
aligned,
now,
as I would use those
40,
words,
50,
then
or 10
she
years
will
younger,
be, it
10 years
looks
younger.
like a guiding light,
And you're
a
seeing
way
them
shower for people.
quickly becoming a young
Okay.
child, like 2
And
years
true
old.
self, the word embodiment, can you describe to
They're a toddler.
Korenna what you mean by embodiment? Is
And
this
there's
for
this
her to embody
beautiful,
certain
like,
things?
spirit,
Can you
that
please
smile on their face.
add
I'm
more?
getting
And they are
it's
just
yeah, it's
lit,
about the feminine
innocent,
energy and just tapping into
pure,
that
and
more.
loving.
Okay,
I'd like you
beautiful.
to take
Okay,
that
beautiful.
image, that
All right.
feeling. Can you see it in your mind's eye? That
Okay.
Mhm.
yes,
All right,
beautiful.
great. Thank you.
Take
So I'd
that
like you
image,
to
that
imagine
feeling,
we're
and
having a
overlay
conversation
it
in about 6
to
months'
who they
time
are now, their age they
that
are now.
things have shifted for you.
Imagine that you can put kind of
You are
an
embodying
overlay on it, like
more feminine
doing
energy in
something in
terms of
Canva,
you are,
placing that
it sounds
image on
like an
top of them.
exampleship, a role model, and that your
That
values are
purity,
so
that
aligned with the
brilliant
spiritual world
spirit
that there's now a balance.
that they
It's
were
like
lit
there's
with at 2 years old.
Abraham Hicks talks about, there's this kind of cosmic checking account, and that
Okay.
your service
And
and
now,
your giving has
focus on your
made
heart
so many
and ask
deposits into that
your
cosmic
true self
checking
to
account
help you
that
see
now
that
there is
person
you're able
from
to
this
draw
lens,
on it
this
to bring that
2-year-old
material
toddler
spiritual
full of
balance
light,
to you. So
connected to
start to
spirit,
describe that to me. What
loving.
would it look like? What would it feel like?
When you relate to that person, to see that image as well, remembering
It feels more
their purity.
expansive and more freedom,
Please
especially
make
to
that process
travel.
happen and unfold in ways for the highest good of Korenna and of all
Um,
involved. Just breathe that image in and out.
Describe the people around you.
they just feel like we're, like we resonate at the same place, and um, some of those other people are also people that are like you, sharing a message on a bigger platform.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right.
But also, yeah, I have a sense of like having some good close girlfriends and feeling a sense of sisterhood.
Beautiful. Okay.
Just not having the worries of the material stuff that's been a little bit of a drag.
So a relief.
Yes.
Relief.
Yeah, relief. Yeah.
And describe some other emotions.
Um, well, like I said, it feels expansive. It feels joyful.
Joyful, lovely. Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. Anything else? Any peace,
Yeah, I mean, there's like a heart opening, a
heart
little bit
open?
more of a, yeah, heart chakra opening. So, yeah, a very good sense of peace. Yes.
Okay. Sense of peace. Beautiful.
And also, like, kind of like feeling like I've arrived.
Oh,
And
I
again,
love
it's that relief or that like taking a big sigh.
beautiful. Okay. So I'm going to describe it, and then we're going to get it to a 10 in desirability, and then we'll anchor it. Okay. So I've
Okay.
made some notes here. Um, you've moved through understanding the matrix and the reality of being a spiritual being in a physical body. And you're living in alignment with your values, which are highly spiritual. You have attracted a really good balance now. You're drawing on that spiritual cosmic bank account, and material things are coming more easily. You've embodied this feminine energy. People are noticing, they're working with you, they're drawn to you. You're feeling more expansive, more freedom. There's travel, and you've got good close friends and feel a sense of sisterhood. Like people surrounding you are resonating at the same place, and you're surrounding yourself and connecting with people sharing a message on a bigger platform. There's this deep sense of relief, joy. Your heart is open, a sense of peace, like a feeling of I've arrived. And there's this deep sigh. Rate that on a 1 to 10 scale, 10 being very fulfilling.
Um, yeah, I'll just, sorry, one sec, Karen, just trying to finish that. I had a distracting thought come in and yeah, I mean, I think it's a 10. I don't know.
Okay. Um, Make note of that distracting thought. I want to address it in a moment. Surround that image with the ball of white light that we just crafted right now. Bring it into your heart, and I'll make the request. This is an example of what Korenna would like to create and experience within 6 months, middle of next year, 2024, in right timing, with right action, doing so in ways that are for the highest good of her and of all involved. Breathe that in and out fully of your body. Very nice, very nice. So, focusing on your heart again, and
Mm,
ask your true self to make you consciously aware of what you needed to move through. What consciousness shift did you make to be able to embody this and bring it into physical reality?
okay, can you ask that again? I mean, I'm not sure if I can get the answer to this.
Sure. I will ask it in a more simple way. Sorry, that was more complex.
Oh,
True,
no, you're fine.
true self, please show Korenna what was the shift that she made that made this possible? What was either her mindset? What changed for her that she was easily able to move into this as her reality?
Um, well, it's tied in with some changes that I'm going to be making, and so it's kind of like with, and also, yeah, so it's familial energy. It's just, some ancestral patterns that I'm in and around and that are holding me back for at least part of it.
Okay. And true self, is Corinna ready to release those ancestral patterns? And is there any support I can give her today?
Well, yes, I'm ready to release some, and I'm always willing to have any assistance.
Okay. Let me decide where we're going to take this just a minute.
I'm gonna let my cat out.
Yep. Okay. So when you get settled again, start to become aware of what you called ancestral patterns. Do you feel them in your body? Do you get names? Do you see images? Describe it, please.
I mean, I see one family member in particular that is somebody who's in my life quite a bit. That is in, I think their energy is impacting me on a bigger
Okay,
level.
let's focus on that person. Thank you.
Hmm.
Okay, good. All right. So, true self, with this family member, that there's some energy incompatibility and it's impacting Korenna, and it might be associated with some ancestral patterns. Can you please make her aware of what triggers it? Is it something she says or does? Is there something that triggers the pattern within her that we can help unplug?
Well, anyway, I could see it. I guess I don't need to project whatever onto them, but felt good.
Okay, beautiful. Well done. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, gosh, this time went fast. Well, I'll have to get you on for another manifesting breakthrough and we'll go through the 5 phases. We don't have time today. But what I'd like to leave you with is that there is a sense of everybody is equal, and yet some people are more intelligent around mathematics, around physics, around nutrition, around spiritual matters. And it's just their knowledge and experience. So while everybody is equal, some of us have a little bit more wisdom and life experience, and that's natural and that's
Hmm.
normal. And that for you to um, accept, embody, and really recognize your gifts, and that not everybody is there.
Hmm.
And you know this,
Yeah.
but to almost see them, and not from a judgment point of view, but
Hmm.
just to see them as young on their path in nutrition, young on their path in taking care of their body, young on their path in being on a spiritual path, whatever it is. But when someone gets triggered by you, that can help connect you to your heart. And love can melt any resistance, any triggers in somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay,
Very nice.
beautiful.
Thank
All
you.
right. Yeah, so we will start to wrap up the podcast. And and this was a very deep one. Thank you, Korenna.
Hmm.
Very
Thank you.
beautiful. So I'd like you to take a moment and share what you do and how people can reach out to you.
Oh,
How
sure.
can we connect with you?
Now I got to get back to my left brain. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm the owner of Blue Heron Holistic Health, and I do acupressure and body work. I do ancestral energy clearing, I do breath work yoga, as Aryana mentioned at the beginning, pranic breath work yoga, and Chinese astrology. So I help people get out of painful patterns, and yeah.
So how can
Mm.
people reach out to you? How can they find you?
Yeah, my website's probably the easiest way. It's blueheronholistichealth.com. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram, so Korenna Aster, and it's Korenna, and then Aster like the flower, Aster. So on Instagram, Korenna Aster 78, or yeah, Korenna Aster on Facebook, Blue Heron Holistic Health on Facebook. So those are the best ways to reach me. And then I also have a YouTube, Korenna Aster, as well.
All right, as we wrap up the show, is remember, when you confirm yourself, you chart your own path to success. So much love. And if you would like to have a manifesting breakthrough session, I'll put the link in the show notes. And confirm yourself and make it a wonderful day. So much love, everybody. Thanks for listening. Bye.